Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so let's get into this. It's going to be a little collective message, and we shall see where this one takes us. All right, so we start with the Page of Swords. We have a Strength card. We have a Five of Cups. Before I say too much, I'm going to actually clarify each card because this could go in two different ways in my head right now. Page of Swords, going to get clarity there. We've got a Four of Swords. Okay, so somebody is either trying to figure out how best to heal. We may have a divine feminine. Yeah. She's asking herself and asking the universe, what's soothing me? What's healing me? What do I need to heal? What's the best way to heal? How do I, have kind of like a new beginning? Tell me about the Strength card next. Hierophant and the Fool. So major arcana clarified by two more major arcana. So we know this is the big thing, right? So she has strength, she has power, and she is trusting in the plan of the universe combined with her own free will. She has a desire to heal. She has a desire to move forward. And I'm going to say, get into the next life lesson or, move forward and meet the next person, interact with the next person. Tell me about the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, we have got the Knight of Cups sideways and the Strength card sideways. This is sadness. She's been trying to heal from a heartbreak from what I see here. And although it's like, I know I have the strength to get through this. I know I can. I know everything's going to get better. I know all this. But is there a heartbreak? Oh, gosh, there is a heartbreak. Is there still something that I'm sad over? Yes. And with that Strength card, again, she has moments where she wavers. She has moments where she goes, yeah, I know. I want to heal. I've been asking myself, how will I heal? I trust in the plan that the universe has for me, as well as, I've got to participate in my life and, move forward and do things, that reach out for things that I really enjoy and keep moving my life forward. I know. But man, there are moments where I just miss this person. And I wish that they missed me too. Let me ask, I'm going to be blunt here, but let me just ask, do they miss you too? There is somebody who she misses the smell of them. Oh God, that's not even a question. Do they miss her too? Like with, I'm hearing, Gladys Knight and the Pips, an earlier track. Oh no, darling, only with every little beat of my heart. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not Gladys Knight and the Pips. Sorry, all these names are flooding into my head, and I'm like, no, it's not Ruth Brown. No, it's not Viola Kilgore. I keep want to say that that's going to be Gladys Knight and the Pips, but it's like a really early recording. Anyway, yeah, I think. All right, sorry, it's driving me nuts. We've got the Ace of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups. Do they miss her? Yes. They miss her all the time. They miss her light. They miss her brightness. They're sitting here in front of a fire wishing that fire was her, because that's how much warmth she brought into their otherwise very cold world. Yes, they miss her. They think a lot about and wonder a lot about what to do about this. Hang on now. What are you wondering about what to do about this? Two of Cups. They're wondering, is it that I can't stop thinking about her because she's in my head and she's in my heart and she's my Two of Cups? Is that why I can't kind of stop thinking about her? We have Lovers sideways. We have the Sun. Look, at minimum, they're saying, I don't know. Maybe she would rather be with someone other than me, but I know she's the one who made me the happiest. She's the one that I was the best with. She's the one that, God, I loved seeing her. It was exciting. I miss her brightness. I miss her energy. He is completely absorbed in memories of her. So, universe, do you want to weigh in for these two? Because obviously we have a lot of warmth. We have a lot of love. We have a lot of desire to have, a connection. The universe says, all right, Queen of Pentacles, which is ground this. Take the emotions and then say, what are the emotions telling me? Let me get something I can articulate. Let me put emotions into something that I can, stand on this and say, okay, this is how I feel because this is what the situation is for me. This is what I want to do about it. We have a Knight of Pentacles. I kind of think that the universe is saying to both of them, your emotions and the fact that you're still thinking about stuff and the fact that you go over and over these things, those emotions are bit by bit like crystallizing into something much more tangible that will eventually become like, okay, this is the slowest moving energy for sure. But you're learning how you feel about each other. So this time apart is okay, because what it's doing is it's letting the two of you recognize what you mean to each other. I'm trying to heal is what she's saying, but I'm realizing that there's a lot of days I still really miss him, and I'm wish I knew if he missed me. And I trust in the plan for the universe, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what the right thing is to do here. Even though I trust that this is happening for a reason, even me missing him must be happening for a reason. And this is like, yes, because it's helping both of them to understand what they really feel for each other. So this time apart, even the longing, is good, because, for all we know, these two are going to wind up gravitating back to each other and be like, we can't be apart again because this is too important. The universe is saying this, even sitting out here missing her, him being out here on his own like this and missing her, that too is really good. Him knowing she's the spot of sunlight in his life, all that too is really good. And it is bringing up this incredible energy of, yeah, okay, I am healing other parts of my heart as well. Missing her, thinking about her, knowing she was this warmth in my light has made me think about, why is my life cold? What things, have been missing in my life? What things have I needed to heal in me? It's bringing both of them more clarity about, why do I miss you? And what did you bring into my world? What would I like to have? And I think that these two are going to get a stronger impression of like, why do I need you? Why do I miss you? What do you mean to me? She has definitely been a big warm firelight in his pretty cold world. So we know why she'd be important to him for sure. Ace of Swords. It's very clear now. All of this is getting really, really clear. This is beautiful. The universe is like, that's what this whole thing has been about. So let me ask this. Did these two have a romance and then they parted ways? Or is this something where it's like, oh, we used to see each other all the time, then I moved or they moved, or we haven't seen each other in a bit, and God, I can't stop thinking about them. And in fact, I think about them more now instead of less. Let me just ask. We have the Hierophant again. The universe is like, these were two divine souls who kind of were either brought together through circumstances. We have the Fool sideways. Almost like, I don't know if they knew each other when they both were going through something difficult. I can't say that they had a romance necessarily, but their crown chakras were definitely impacted. They definitely awoke to something. They definitely both were the thing that the other one was looking forward to. Talking to each other, hearing from each other, but they both were in kind of isolated energies, because we have the Hermit too. Still trying to figure out what was the dynamics between them. Did they have a relationship? Did they not? Unless it says, yeah, they had a relationship, they were married. I don't think so, though. That doesn't make sense that they would have been married and then have the Fool sideways and the Hermit. This to me looks more like this is two kindred souls who were like gravitationally pulled toward one another for the same reason. And then they ended up like in this, like, I don't know what to do about this. I'm thinking about you. I feel like this is two people that never got something off the ground. And with the Death card here, this is a chance for a different storyline to be written now. It's a chance for a new beginning. It's a chance for something different to come to pass for the two of them. We got the Temperance upright, and we've got the Three of Wands sideways. I think they were always like impacted by each other, but the idea of them coming into a relationship wasn't going to happen until later. This is two people who needed to first, it's like they're kind of slow to absorb how they feel about each other. They're both, and maybe it's because they were both coming out of like times of isolation, times, what makes us go on to a hermit's journey anyway? Heartbreak, deep, profound personal introspection that leads to personal transformation. They could have met at an interesting time of their lives, and maybe that's why they were in the same frequency. Both had crown chakras opening up, both were, becoming aware of some things, and they didn't date each other, but they were like really delighted to be around each other, and they're realizing that they miss each other's energy because something feels like finite, like, oh my God, I'm not going to get to see you anymore. And now it's impacting me that just before, the presence of knowing that you were somewhere near, even if I didn't see you or talk to you every day, that was nice. But now I feel like somehow that you're out of my life, and that is bothersome to me because I'm realizing that you, even if we didn't date, even if we never got something off the ground, and if we had, it would have changed everything. And I kind of knew that back then. I thought a lot about it, but I didn't make a move toward you. Neither person made a move toward each other. I think that was for a reason. It was because they really weren't ready to in the past. We each had them with the Four of Swords, and we've seen the Hierophant twice. I think that both characters, they couldn't have dated each other at one point in time because they were still too invested in healing some things in themselves, but they were attracted to each other. Why are they not around each other at all right now? Did one person or the other move or leave or what? Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. Something changed. It doesn't mean that they had a fight, but it does say something has altered. We have the transformation. That Ace of Swords says, there's been a change. It says that the two of them don't speak anymore. This can be a painful ending, but it could have been a painful ending of something else in life. Sometimes it's like, oh, we were next door neighbors. We see each other, every day. And, even for a brief hello or a few conversations or something, but now I've moved and I don't get to see them. And I'm realizing, I miss that because now we didn't build a bigger bond. So I don't know when do we see each other? When do we spend time with each other? When do we come together and spend time around each other? The Death card to the Temperance. That Death card is definitely the change of it feels like it's over. With the Ace of Swords and the Death card, this feels like this is a one and done. They won't talk to each other anymore. Not because they fought, I don't think, but just because they came to the end of like being around each other, living near each other. Somebody might have lived near a golf course, just because we do have a golf course here. And it's like, oh my God, I'm always going to think of them near this area. Or maybe they met at a park or, had conversations every day. There's kind of an outdoorsy energy to both of these cards. And it's like, now I'm going to go to those same places, but I won't see you. It feels like that's where the Temperance Angel is, rising up in the sky here saying, well, then maybe you guys should change that since you keep thinking about each other. You didn't talk back then about maybe dating or turning a relationship into something more than just casual conversations. But maybe now you realize that you should have. Maybe now you realize that person meant a lot more to me. Maybe now you realize I'd like to be around them. I only read this deck in the upright. We have Page of Swords going to the Knight of Swords, and we have the Devil going to the Tower. They definitely are both feeling like, wow, my God, what was I thinking? I should have asked them. I had a chance. I could have. It's like definitely our masculine, whomever our masculine is, seems to be, I feel so foolish. Why can't I go back in time? I had a chance. I saw it. I knew it. My gut instinct said I should have asked her out or him out, or I should have said something. I should have asked point blank, are you single? Do you want to see me again? I should have asked the question that I needed the answer to. With the Devil going to the Tower, though, it's like I was scared too. And the Tower is like, and then, oh man, now I have to acknowledge I wish I had. Okay, so these two didn't set up a dating situation, but they both wish that they had at this point. The only thing is, she doesn't know if he misses her, and he definitely misses her. Let me just ask, let's go back to him for just a second and say, if you don't know whether or not she's thinking about you, or sorry, I just dropped some of that deck, so I can't use it. I got to go with one that I didn't drop. Tell me just about him. You realize she was like a real bright spot in your life. So what does that mean at this point? The Star and the Page of Wands. He's still just trying to accept, though, that she's gone. She's far away from me. She packed up and she moved. It does feel like these two were like neighbors, or they lived around each other or worked around each other, and now she's like gone. And he keeps thinking she's like the Star and she's far away. Lovers. Whew. And you're thinking she's going to be in somebody else's arms. So is that where you're going to leave things? Like, she made me so happy, I can't stop thinking about her, but she's gone. She'll be in someone else's arms. Six of Wands. Seven of Swords. He's trying to tell himself, I should just be happy for her. And that's not working so good. That's a lie. He's not happy for her, thinking about her being with somebody else. Temperance. Okay, so he's kind of still, we got the Temperance a lot in this storyline, right? We've got it all these different times. The Divine is kicking in. We have Temperance 3 times. So we know the Divine is kicking in and trying to help characters balance out how they're feeling with what they're planning on doing or not doing. Okay, so if he's getting a download from the angels, what does that mean? The Sun. Look, she's a bright spot in my life, so maybe that's, look, you see the Sun every day, and so he might just go ahead and decide, you know what, maybe I should at least reach out and say that I'd love to stay friends with her. I've been missing her. Let me just be blunt about that. Saying that she's gone and I have to be happy, I'm sure that she's, going to meet some other lover. That's not going to work so well. I think that's what he's been telling himself, and I think it sucks. And instead, I think he's like, you know what? Maybe I should just reach out and say, oh, I miss seeing you every day. You're such a, you're just such a bright energy around me. I think he's just going to go ahead and say it. What's the message for her? Because I don't think that these two can keep acting like this is over when neither one wants it to be. Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands. She's over here lone wolf in it, but like having these moments where it's like, maybe I'll just go ahead and reach out. But no, that's crazy. At night in particular, she may think about suddenly reaching out. She's sleeping alone. We can see that. But she said for her, it's like, I don't know what she thinks the blockage is, but Page of Wands sideways. She never really knew if he liked her that much. I feel her more like, I wonder, no, I should let it go. But it's hard to, she seems to be the one who's most uncertain, whereas he seems to be the one getting pretty sure that what he needs to do is at least tell her, I really liked you and I really miss your energy in my world. I see him being the one to reach out. Bear in mind, this could always have been, same sex or reverse gender roles, but I don't see him able to leave this alone. So even though it's already been a chunk of time, these two have had no contact for a while. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Take care, you guys. Really great to see you all. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.